Hello, my fellow Italians, and welcome back to Hetifax. So, a few months ago, there was a post on Instagram going around about how Romano's real name is Lorenzo instead of Lovino, and how Venetiano's name is Felice instead of Feliciano. A couple of fans reached out to me and asked if this was true, and sadly, it is not. Lorenzo and Lovino would have completely different katakana spellings, and so do Felice and Feliciano. Feliciano does come from the word Felice, which means to be happy. It's actually the Italian version of Felix, which means the same thing. It is more commonly used as a surname than a first name. But Feliciano is used as a first name, albeit uncommonly, and it is more of an old name losing its popularity. It's probably about as uncommon as Tolis, but no, this theory isn't true. But it got me thinking, we still don't know why Romano is named Lovino, or if this could be a mistranslation like Tolis over here. For those of you wondering, when Himaruya gave us the human names, he wrote them all in katakana and didn't romanize them, leaving fans to translate them for themselves. Some were easy, and some got lost in translation. Then we have some that makes zero sense whatsoever, and Lovino is the name that still baffles the fandom to this day. The problem is Lovino isn't really an Italian given name. It is a rare surname, however, meaning of the wine. Lavinium was a city in ancient Rome, meaning small wolf in Latin. This name has left fans absolutely bewildered for over a decade. No one knows if it was a mistranslation like Tolis, or what the hell Himaruya meant here. And not even I have a confident answer for you. This isn't merely mistaking an R for an L like with Tolis, or a B somehow getting translated as a V in Bash. I honestly don't know how that happened. We are all incredibly confused on what the hell Himaruya meant here. Rovino is a word in Italian, but it means to ruin, and isn't a name at all. Fans have drummed up numerous theories about this name, and I am going to go through it all. So, let's jump in. Number 1, a surname mix-up. This would not be the first time Himaruya has mixed up a surname for a first name. Take a look at Denmark's list of names. Andersen, Christensen, and Arnesen are all listed as first names for him, and these are all clearly last names. There is a chance that because Japan uses last name first system, maybe he got confused in naming since Lovino is indeed a rare Italian surname. Feliciano is more of a last name too, so maybe he did the same thing here. Venetiano's name may have come from Felice Feliciano, an artist, but Feliciano is still a first name technically. If this was the case, then there isn't really a good fix for this. Perhaps Himaruya just got confused on his Western name order. Number 2, the Luigi theory. I don't know what the source for this is, but apparently I heard that Lovino could pass as a nickname for Luigi, which is very much an Italian name. We have seen this before with Bash or Sebastian, or Tolis being short for Tolviras or Tolmintas or Tolveshas. But I don't know how credible this is, and I would need to affirm with a better source. So for right now, I'm going to store the Luigi theory away. Number 3, mistranslation. Then there's the whole possibility that something got mistranslated by the fans via reading katakana. Switzerland and Lithuania are victims of this, so it wouldn't be surprising if it happened to Italy Romano. When looking at this katakana, romanized it would be Rovino. Already we have a potential change in the beginning since R and L in Japanese are not distinguished, so his name can start with either an R or an L, like Luca or Ruka in Steins Gate. The no has to be the ending, because it isn't like Mashu Wiriamju or Eduardo von Foku. You can end a word with an N in katakana, so the no is intentional. The middle, though, is where things get interesting. The V in katakana could be another letter like an F. We see this in Estonia's name, Eduardo von Foku. That is, if his name is even translated correctly. But normally a V means a V. But when searching for potential names, I'm going to allow myself some leeway. So with all that in mind, the closest names I found were Livio, Rufino, Lavinio, Livino, and Luigino. I think either Rufino or Lavinio would be most likely. Rufino is a form of Rufus, meaning red-haired, but this is also a saint's name. Lavinio is a region in South Italy, but the meaning ties into the next theory. Number 4, a masculine version of Lavina, Lavina, or Lavinia. This is the most likely option since Lavina, or rather Lavina, is an actual name of Etruscan origin. By the way, the Etruscans may have been in Italy, but they were actually of Celtic origin, fun fact. Lavina or Lavinia is from Roman mythology and was the name of the daughter of Latinus and Amata. She is also known as the legendary mother of the Roman people. So maybe Romano just did what Greece and Finland did and named himself after a legendary character. Lovino or Lavina is more of an Anglicanization of the name. That or it would be a very old way of spelling it. Maybe it's just an old name that no one uses anymore. I mean, that's been the case so far for a lot of names. Lithuania, Poland, Venetiano, and Sweden all have this problem. Hell, no one in the United States names their kids Alfred anymore. Maybe Himaruya just looked for older names on purpose and gave them older names to show the ages or their sense of fashion. Or he tried to look for names that were common at the beginning of history and continued from there. Which would explain why Lithuania's name is not derived from another European name, and is an original Lithuanian name, since he was the last country in Europe to convert from paganism. If this is the case, a more accurate version would be Lavinio or Lavino, rather than Lovino. Sadly, we still don't know what Himaruya really meant with this katakana, and I don't think we will ever know. But let me know if you have another theory on what this could be. But Himaruya did say that these names weren't totally official, so you can use whatever name you want. But at least Lovino or Lavino are still names, unlike thorium over here. And that was 1 mark higher on your history test. Thank you for watching Hetifax. Hello, my fellow Italians. Guess what? I have a Patreon now. Yeah, a lot of you have been asking if I have a Patreon, and now I do, so here you go. I guess people really wanted to give me money, but you don't have to. Don't feel obligated to do so. It's just a lot of people have been asking me to put up a Patreon, so again, don't feel pressured into giving me anything, but if you feel like you really want to support me, I mean, I would be honored to receive your support. Thank you very much, and keep on studying.